Hey guys, I've been on this tip with the Sumerians recently, and originally I kind of got regravitated towards them because of my resurgence through Core Castle, and I was looking at Crow Castle again, kind of like went back to the drawing board, and I was reading the books, and when I saw the books again, I saw it, and the whole thing was that Ed the Scallion, he was into astrology because he was talking about auspicious and the aspects, especially with 16 degrees, a sweet 16, which was sulfur. And there's not a lot of information about Ed the Scallion, but it's almost like the CIA kind of like created all this like little clues because what's available shows you exactly what's going on. So with Ed the Scallion, you see him like a live video, but like the one things you see him doing is like he's sitting on like his chair. And so what he's showing you right there is Cassiopeia. Okay. Another thing was that took me a while was all these things are called ziggurats, like a cigarette. And so Ed the Scallion, I figured out he built a ziggurat. And even like the Pyramid of Giza would be a ziggurat as well because of the process of the quicklime. Um, and um, well, but for the most part, I want to talk about like with Ed the Scallion, he didn't build a large ziggurat that was based on the constellations. He built a tiny one. In America, that's called Virginia Slims. And so he was this virgin slim and he had tuberculosis and all these things that he said, people are like not even understanding that that's part of how he did what he did. He was showing you that there was like this virus or whatever called tuberculosis. And this is actually part of the key of his appetite, right? But people hopefully can see what I'm saying without saying it. Fast forward backwards, we're talking about the ancient Sumerians. And the ancient Sumerians, I found out, were the ancient Americans. They were, they're boasted that they were, modern day Iraq, but they were really, how the Americas work is that they have to be like Egypt, where they can north and south, because the whole concept is it's a mirror, it's a mocking, it's a smocking of the gods. And this is research that I saw based on my empirical evidence as I'm speaking. But Benjamin Franklin, the original like national animal for America was a turkey. Was the turkey. It then changed. But the thing is because ancient Americans lived in Turkey. And then you kind of like come here like today or whatever, but you have South, Central, and North America. And so the entire hemisphere is in America. And so it shows you that they actually they made everyone an American by making half the world an American because the word American is I can mirror. And so this is all about idols and adultery and all like the bullshit that we go through. That's what the ancient Americans were doing. And when you read about the ancient Americans were more about trances. And they had these special lapis lazulis. And they had these techniques to create it, not in the raw form, in a different form, and they would put people in trances. And then everything people say about Sumerians is so wrong, and I'm gonna make another video, but this is really just like a taste. The last thing I want to touch on is that this is the Tower of Babel. Tower of Babel got too close to God, so it fell down. And it is the whole premise of Sigma's language. The Tower of Babel is a ziggurat. The word ziggurat is also the word Icarus. Icarus also had the same fate. And so I'm showing you like the scribe or the linguistic talents between the ancient Americans and Sigma's language. And this is maybe the reason why I can transcribe Sanskrit way better than anyone else is because I yield the power of Sigma's language. So there it is. Tell me what you think.